We are broadcasting live because it is the Respect My Vote One Vote Tour. Special guest in the house. He's autographing his posters right now. But the reason we're here is we want you to understand how important it is to understand, to be educated about voting. Some folks, it's their first opportunity at voting. So we have sample ballots here, ballot educators to help you get through that process so when you get to the polls, you'll know what's going on. The other thing that's going on is our special guest, Ludacris, in the house.
What's going on, my man?
How you doing, man?
I'm feeling good right now. Of course, trying to come out and support the cause and everything that's going on. Use the young celebrity to, as a positive tool right about now. Make sure I know I got a voice and using it the right way.
Now, you know the one thing I've always said about you, and from the very beginning when you started out, I mean, starting in radio, one of the Radio 1 stations, but you got out there, your voice has always been strong in the community, and you've always very well.
Absolutely. Whether through art or whether me talking to you right here live on the radio, I've always expressed how I felt, sometimes in a real bold way. But at the end of the day, it is, it's the feelings, and I'm real passionate about this election, and I think everybody should be, because this is the most important election of our lifetime. So people need to make sure that they get their voice heard so we can control the next 4 years of our lives, in my opinion.
Now, you know, there are a lot of folks that follow your career, and we'll talk about your career here in a second. But the thing that's amazing to me is there are folks that are still hesitant to get to the polls. They've registered, but they're saying, well, because this may happen, or because I'm going to be in line too long. What do you have to say to those individuals?
I feel like, man, that shouldn't be the reason to discourage you from going and making your voice heard or voting, because a lot of people don't even think that, that their vote will count. And if we have that type of mentality, then, of course, it's nothing's going to count. You know what I'm saying? So we have to put the power in the man up above and just make sure we do our part and do what we have to do, and then let everything align themselves the way they're supposed to after that.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing, I mean, your music, you got a new album coming out. It is the 25th of this month, right?
Yeah, it's called Theater of the Mind, November 25th. Of course, this is album number 6 for me. It's every song is like a movie, man. The whole album is kind of themed after movies and television and film. So there you have it.
And it makes all the sense in the world because you're blowing up in the movies. I saw, let me see.
Hustle and Flow, Crash.
Crash. And, of course, I had no idea the movies that you're in. I mean, what's your character now? You're detective.
Oh, and Max Payne.
Yep, Detective Rivera. And you're playing a cop's cop.
Exactly.
Trying to track down Max Payne. And when you came up on the screen, I was like, that's my... And then you did it and you laid it down. I mean, what does that feel like to turn really your career to another level? Everybody's now seeing you a different way.
In a time like today, it feels good to have more than one job, my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to.
Right.
But at the end of it, really, realistically speaking, I love art. You know what I mean? I love entertainment. I love doing the movies. I didn't even know I had the talent until I kind of tried out. And John Singleton, who's responsible for putting a lot of artists in movies, he asked me to be in Too Fast, Too Furious, and from there came Crash and Hustle and Flow, and it's pretty much history after that.
Right.
But, doing the music, I love all of this, man, and it's very important that someone, is able to do what they love to do and actually get a check for it.
Absolutely.
So I'm living out my dreams right now, and that's why I'm here with you in this mall, making sure I'm shaking hands, kissing babies, and signing autographs, because if it wasn't for these people, I wouldn't be able to do any of the things I just spoke to you about. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Well, Ludacris is in the house, and he's going to be here for a little while. If you're on your way here, he's signing autographs, and he's trying to make sure that you understand the importance of voting. If you have registered to vote, and got to let you know the polls are open tomorrow from 6 until 6. If you're a U.S. citizen, you can vote. If you're a resident of Indiana, you can vote. You'll be at least 18 by tomorrow, you can vote. If you're not currently in prison and are convicted of a crime, you can vote. You've lived in a precinct where you voted for at least the last 30 days, you can vote. And if you're registered, you can vote.
Yes.
So it's that simple. So, Luda, thank you very much for stopping by, my brother.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I greatly appreciate it.
We got more music on the way, as a matter of fact, coming up from Gerald Levert, Angela Winbush, and Brian McKnight on the way. 106.7 TLC.